It all starts right now on CCSD.
Media Tech 1, we teach the basic skills of how to use a camera, how to use a microphone, how to interview like what we're doing right now, how to edit. We use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is pretty industry standard software. We teach all those skills in a vacuum and then we start to build on them. Image exposure doesn't go away, right? Focusing and white balancing doesn't go away. It all builds and builds into sequencing and interviewing and then putting together packages and things. So those skills are taught in a vacuum in Media Technology 1, built upon in Media Technology 2, and then you guys just saw our level 3, 4 kids, and we're just putting, the curriculum is, we do a TV show, and they all pull their weight to put together that show.
I feel like it gives me a really good grasp on what it's going to be like in the real world. I feel like if I were to go into this field, I would be a lot more confident because I've had hands-on experience, and if say it's I get my first job in this and I've never seen a real camera, like a real one, I'd probably be terrified. But now since I've had this hands-on experience, I feel like I'd be a lot more prepared for it and be a lot more confident going into the field.
It's the placement of the mic with this cable. We had a class like this when I was in high school, which I was a member of, and it gave me direction as a kid. I don't know what else I would have done with my career had I not been involved in a program like that when I was 15. And so when it was time for me to get out of the television business, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, well, I might as well give back to something that gave to me as a kid. The second thing I would say is there's a special kind of classroom culture that comes with a program like this that you're not going to see in a science class or a math class. I mean, we're putting together a TV show as a team of 18 people, and there aren't a lot of classes where every individual has to pull their weight, albeit different weight, but we're all working towards the same end goal. So that culture is different, and I feel like coming from that from a student perspective, I have a unique idea of what that culture should look like now from the adult perspective.
It's really cool how similar this class is to a work environment rather than a school environment. Because once you get to Media Tech 3 and 4, you're no longer learning from being taught, you're learning from experience. So say I mess up an audio mic thing and I have to figure out how to fix it in post myself, or asking for help with that. You're now learning from experience rather than being taught textbook style.
Deadlines exist in every business, but deadlines are crucial in this business. So, if they can do it here, then a deadline not in this industry may not be such a big deal. So I think those are two key ways that this class can help anybody, let alone the kids who are really interested in this as a career path. Whether you go into broadcast journalism, magazine journalism, film production or not, at the very least, you're learning how a job works. I tell people, I don't teach, our class that produces the TV show, I don't teach that class, I facilitate that class. It is student driven. I'm like the news director who is just laying eyes on the script, laying eyes on the final product before it goes out to air to make sure that no one's gonna get in trouble and things like that. But they are running the show. That is the truth. They run the show. So at the very least, they're taking ownership of something, and there's not a ton of classes out there where they can truly take ownership of a product.
We'll see you next time on ECSN.
Good show, everybody.